And we are live.
What's happening, my players? Welcome back to another episode of the Wrestle podcast. My name is Liam Warren. I'm a genius, and I'm smarter than you, and you know it. And I am joined by Aled Thomas, Christian Vega, and Thomas Noble. I think I said
Hello
Thomas
there.
twice.
We meet again.
I'm here.
Today's going to be quite a stacked podcast, everybody. Do you know why? Because there was two events this past weekend, one of them being Saturday night's main event, hosted by the WWE, and Double or Nothing, hosted by All Elite Wrestling. We're going to be previewing Monday Night Raw tonight. We're going to be predicting Clash in Italy, which we'll do first in just a moment. We've got to recap some wrestling shows that happened last week as well for you. Any other news we may have been released over the week that will also be talked about. But for now, how is everybody doing for a start? Has everybody had a good week? Let us know in the live chat.
Especially you, Peyton.
Might do a Q&A segment later as well. Yeah, you fucking fat ass. Anyway. Okay, Eliz might sort of cut out there. I don't know why.
I said Payne's in the chat. Payton in the chat.
Oh, you bitch.
Okay. Right. So the first things first is we are going to predict Clash in Italia, which is being hosted in Turin. You know, the city where Juventus play football. It's like the Analpi Arena, I think that's what it's called. So where should we start? Oh, I know. There's something that happened on Monday Night Raw last week, and it relates to one of the matches. This being Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar 2. When we all thought that one of these guys retired at WrestleMania,
What?
left his boots and his gloves in the ring, which, by the way, that used to mean something. You did like a whole X and stuff, didn't you, Brock? But you just decided, now I'm going to come back on Raw last week and just kill him again. You know? So, yeah.
Well, he did a Mark Henry without the jacket.
He did it without the pastel-coloured suit. You know, AJ Styles and Mark Henry went that route, and you're like, yeah, he's not retiring. And then,
You don't say.
no, he's just like, I'm going to do it this way.
Can you imagine?
And he
Can you
ripped,
imagine if Brock was wearing something like that?
and he ripped his fucking trousers again in the melt.
Brock, you need new pants,
Anyway, so-
bro. Like, come on. You got the money for
the
it.
match is Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi 2. I have roster predictions. I don't have anybody else's other than Payton's on the spreadsheet. I think I would like Noble to go first.
You have it.
I do, yeah. I'll go Noble first for Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi, please.
Obafemi won the first match at WrestleMania, so it makes sense to have Brock Lesnar winning.
Okay. I think I'm also going to go for the Brock. The Brock. Yeah, I'm not going to call him anything else other than the Brock. Brock Lesnar, yeah, he's going to win this because I feel like, the only reason they brought him back is just so apparently. This clearly, I don't know whether they did this just to, again, swerve people for the sake of a swerve, or if they generally had this planned all along, where they're like, for some reason, Obafemi and Brock Lesnar need one more match, or possibly even two more matches to get Obafemi over, but it also screams to me perhaps they didn't really have any concrete plans for Obafemi going forward after the fact. So let's let's bring back Brock Lesnar. But yeah, I think Brock wins here, and then they have a third rubber match, and then Oba probably wins that one, whenever that may be, Night of Champions or something else after that. I don't know. But yeah, Vega.
I'm going to go with Brock Lesnar winning. I feel like they're going to do a trilogy anyways, so Oba ends up winning it.
Yep. And Aled making his return to Wrestle Up for the second time in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know. 2 weeks and a half. What is this?
What? That's crazy.
I have Brock Lesnar because, I mean, they're clearly setting up a trilogy, aren't they? You know, Oba's going to win 2, Brock's going to win 1. And they've also made Brock look stronger in one episode of Monday Night Raw and one attack on Obafemi than they did for the whole WrestleMania build.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I did say that. I was like,
Literally.
it's so weird. He just came back just to beat him up and didn't get to do that once during the WrestleMania build. which again makes the whole retirement angle after the match at WrestleMania seem virtually pointless. But there we are. Ross went for.
But Brock Lesnar was apparently not scheduled for SummerSlam. But now that this is happening, it looks like he will be at SummerSlam.
There's one thing about professional wrestlers, they can't stay retired for too long because they get too bored or need money. So,
Yeah,
Anyway.
Brock needs money.
so yeah, Ross has said Brock Lesnar as well. We're not getting radios, so I'm just going to mark him down like I do for a hall with a DNP, which stands for everyone. What does it stand for when I say DNP?
Did not participate or did not predict.
Correct on both accounts. So yeah, there is that. And okay, hang on. DNP. There we go. I put it down. I had to put it down in. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to put it in fucking radios for a second. Anyway, the next match we're gonna predict while I do this will be the Women's Intercontinental Championship match, which was apparently made official as Saturday night's main event, which I did not watch because I crashed the fuck out on my pillow that night. Is Sol Ruka challenging Becky Lynch?
Who won that Sunday night's main event?
Sol Ruka won via disqualification, and then Nick Aldis apparently said, because of your actions, you're going to defend the title at Clash of Paris. Because apparently Becky was being a sleazebag again, which does not surprise me in the slightest.
Yeah, and it's a 2 minute, almost a 2 minute 30-second match.
Well, apparently Sol
also.
Ruka got injured during the match, but I'm not sure how true that is. But maybe they have to change the finish. And shorten it. I'm gonna go to Vega first. Who wins, Sol Ruka or Becky Lynch?
I don't think Sol Ruka's gonna win the title yet. So I'm going for Becky Lynch to retain.
Okay. Elwed. No, he's gone quiet.
I don't know, man. Because I feel like. Am I?
No, you're alright. You just took a while to respond.
Okay. I don't know what they do with Becky if she wins. To be honest, do they do another match with them, or what? Kind of want Sol to win. Oh well, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna say Sol wins. Why not?
Oh. Okay.
Noble.
I'm still not a fan of Becky Lynch holding the Women's Intercontinental title. I want her to lose, so give me Sol.
Okay. And since I'm lost for this, yeah, I'm kind of in agreement with the lead here. I'm not sure what they actually do with Becky Lynch going forward if Sol Ruka loses again. I'm not sure she can afford to, realistically. Given that, she's a bit of a new starter, she's not really won a match clean since coming up. Yes, she won by disqualification at Saturday night's main event, but it's not really a clean win, is it? So, yeah, again, there's like the options for Becky Lynch in terms of Women's Intercontinental Championship opponents are very limited, and for that reason, I would like to go for Sol Ruka on this occasion.
Fair enough.
So yeah, and I think just like Sol Ruka needs something big to like really establish her properly, because I can't realistically see them continuously having her lose, and then the fans will start losing interest in any result regardless of she just keeps winning. So
yes.
Okay. Ross has gone for Becky Lynch to retain. Obviously, he's not giving me any reasons because he's not here.
Of course not.
And then Pete.
Where are you, Ross?
And then, yeah, you said you're free from college, and yet you're not here. Anyway, yeah. So Peyton also went for Sol Ruka. So
interesting.
It's a bit
Very underwhelmed.
Becky. It's all in favor of, mostly in favor of Sol Ruka in this match, but there are 2 picks for Becky Lynch, that being Vega and Ross. Next, we will move to the other women's championship match on the show for the WWE Women's Championship. Jade Cargill challenging Rhea Ripley. Of course, this was a different equation at WrestleMania. Jade was the defending champion and Rhea was the challenger. Now it's the other way around. Why is this feud still going? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. I'm a bit confused. Someone in the chat said JoJo Siwa.
No, don't give a fuck.
She's not in the match.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Anyway, I think I'm going to go first for this. And I'm just going to say Rhea Ripley retains, mainly because obviously she's literally just won the belt back. And again, if they put it back on Jade, I feel like they'll just go around in circles in terms of it being Jade and Rhea over and over again. And we don't really want another Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks situation where the 2 big women on SmackDown are trading the belt back and forth, because eventually that's going to get boring. And this feud in itself, I think it's not very good anymore. I'm losing interest in it week by week. Sure, there's an added layer where you've got Charlotte and Becky, Charlotte and Alexa with Rhea sometimes, and there's tension between Charlotte and Rhea. Perhaps that's something they'll go with going forward into SummerSlam, but right now it doesn't like they're gonna do that. But yeah, for me, it's fairly obvious that Rhea retains.
I think it will be a triple threat. Rhea versus Charlotte versus Alexa at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I guess it could be.
That
Vega.
people are taken away.
Yeah. Vega. You're up.
What match are we in now?
Oh, for
Ripley
fuck's
versus
sake.
Ripley versus Cargill for the
I'm
women's
kidding.
championship.
I was joking, I know.
This happens at least once a prediction stream with you.
But yeah, I'm going for Rhea to retain.
I don't know if but here's the thing, we don't know if
Yeah, who do you say, sorry?
Rhea Ripley retains.
Very good. Aled.
Yeah, Ripley retains.
Yeah. And Noble.
The most stupidly easiest pick I ever made here. Ripley retains. This feud is going to be over by a split second.
I mean, I don't know if it's going to be over by a split second.
Be at least anywhere in the range of 8 to 10 minutes. Maybe more. Don't know. But we'll see.
It has to be at least 3 seconds to get the pin.
Yeah, you can't have it be count 2 and then just call for the belt, and the referee would do a miscarriage of justice in that sense.
It's the screw job.
The screw job of 2026 involving Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it, do that storyline. There's nothing else interesting going on WWE TV right now. Besides a few things, but that's about it. Anyway, we'll move on to Peyton. He has said Rhea Ripley retains. And Ross Tafar, as I like to call him, has said Rhea Ripley also.
Good.
So I think everyone who's participating is in unanimous favour of Rhea Ripley. I mean, it'd be pretty stupid for Jade Cargill this close after WrestleMania to get the title back. Even though she has help and whatever, but then, I can see if that does become a thing. I think Charlotte and Alexa won't be too far behind in terms of making it even. So, yeah. Then this one is Tribal Combat.
It's Tribal Combat! Oops!
Jacob Fatu is challenging Roman Reigns, and thank you, Vega, for that dramatic introduction.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm just going to start with people who ain't here first, because I can't be bothered to read it at the end anymore. Peyton Peyton's gone for Roman Reigns. And Ross has gone for Roman Reigns also. Whether or not this will sway any of your thinking, I do not know. Let's cross over to LA first. Let's do that. Is it Roman Reigns or
There's
is
his
it
answer.
Jacob Fatu? Oh, is he putting his finger up because I have cameras disabled? Let me just put them on.
He got his finger up, so which means he got Roman.
I did this.
Okay, let me enable the videos. Sorry, guys, I didn't. I disabled them last time because they were lagging like fuck on my end. Anyway, yeah,
He got Roman.
yeah. Roman Reigns for the Wrestle tribal chief. So for one tribal chief to another, he's backing a tribal chief. A tribal chief is backing a tribal chief. How tribal chief is that? Everybody, the tribal chiefing and they're chiefing.
That was too many
birthday to the
tribal
tribal
chiefs.
I think it was his birthday yesterday.
Yeah, it's still
Or is
late.
Or is it today?
Yeah.
I think it's today actually.
Not today. It might be today. Happy birthday, Roman.
Yeah, happy
Yeah,
birthday,
it's
Roman.
today.
You old
They're
cock.
making him work. They're making him work on his birthday.
Yeah, crazy. Man.
Wow.
Why did he allow them?
I'm
Because
also
he
going to go
wants
for
to, that's
Roman
why.
Reigns. I'm going to go for Roman Reigns to retain myself also because, you know, it's very early days in the World Heavyweight title reign, but at the same time, it's like, does that mean, I think if Jacob Fatu loses, he still has to acknowledge Reigns, but again, it's Fatu, I don't think he's going to do that, but again, it's like, I feel like the feud should be over after this match, to be honest with you, because there's like, if they do a third match, it's just fairly obvious Roman wins again, because everyone just assumes Obi Femi's going to challenge Roman Reigns to SummerSlam for some reason. Which, again, I'm not ruling that out necessarily, but like, it's just like Roman's Roman, you know what I mean? Jacob needs something
Well, I mean, Roman's
else.
not going to be there much in June, is he? So, don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah. Noble. Is it Reigns or is it Fatu?
Roman retains. Because Tribal Combat is been his match. He's 2-0 in that match. He never loses.
Well, one day he is. Just not anytime soon.
Maybe he'll never have a travel combat match again, and then he goes off. So, you know.
Well, it depends how long he decides to stay around.
Not long.
Yeah, he'll probably be around for like another couple of years, I reckon, and then he'll be done.
He'll get bored eventually. He'll have too much money.
I
Then
know.
he'll probably go into Hollywood and make more money. And then Vega, you're last. Congratulations.
Yay! I mean, I'm going for Roman Reigns to retain.
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Well, if you remember Bologna, Italy, they sang the song Uno Tribal Chief, which means there's only one tribal chief in Italian.
But is Turin gonna say the same thing?
They might. Okay, and I don't know if this will be the main event or Tribal Combat will be the main event, but this time for the undisputed WWE Championship, the Ring General Gunther challenges the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know which way this is gonna go.
Neither do I. And that's why I like
Can I,
because it's
can I go
intriguing.
first for this?
Sure, you can.
I got Gunther. It's about time for Cody to lose that title.
Okay. Who would like to go next? I don't know.
I guess I'll go next.
Yeah, go then.
I think Cody retains, but Randy Orton attacks him after the match.
Liam, apparently it's on the first hour. Gunther vs Cody.
Oh. Okay.
I thought
How
Oba
boring.
versus Brock was in the first hour. Oh wait,
It is.
never mind.
That's because
I
it
don't
is. It's in the first hour on ESPN, not that any of us have that, because we're not idiots.
Fair enough.
We use VPNs in this house. Or Netflix in our case.
Netflix.
Who would like to hear what Ross and Peyton have said?
Yeah.
Who do they got?
Ross has Cody Rhodes.
Well, at least I'm not alone.
And Peyton also has Cody Rhodes.
Oh boy.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
We don't sing that song about him.
And the only reason I went last for this match, by the way, for someone who said it's in the first hour in the chat. I went with this match because the undisputed WWE Championship is like the biggest title in the company, so just the main one.
Except Roman is the biggest name holding the title.
Okay.
It's a fact.
Yeah, and I'm saying okay. You mean
Roman's
sarcastic?
obviously everything.
I'm gonna go with. See, I like Gunther. I really like him. I really love him. In fact, I think he's like one of the best wrestlers on the planet. Period. But I also like Cody.
Facts.
And it's like Randy would only come back for Cody if he's holding the title. Really, he wouldn't go straight after Gunther. I don't think. No, I don't think they would want to turn Randy back babyface again right away. And again, he said he's not injured, apparently. That's what he said. Like, he said, I'm just taking some rest for the summer, and then I'm going to come back for another 15.
Do you believe him?
I don't know.
I mean, it's Randy Orton.
I
What do
feel
you
like he just
expect
said
from
that
him?
not to worry people. But yeah, no, I feel like it makes more sense for Cody to retain here, as much as I would love for Gunther to be the champion. I just feel like it makes more sense for Cody to retain so that he and Randy can continue their feud going further into the summer. So I'm going to go for Cody. So I'm going to address Aled's inner person here. You see, is it blonde bitch or is it Gunther?
I like Gunther.
That's why I said, is it Gunther?
Yeah, I like Gunther. I don't like Cody. One's a paper champion, a blonde bitch. The other's a scary man. But I think the paper champion that's a blonde bitch will win because I think Randy Orton attacks also. So yeah, I have Cody winning, but just remember he's a paper champion. He's a blonde bitch, and yeah, Gunther, your time will come. You'll hold that title one day. But for now, we gotta let Randy have his moment, and his moment is to beat the blonde bitch paper champion. So I'm gonna go for Cody.
There you
Okay.
go.
Well, I have put that down. That wraps up predictions for Clash in Italy. If you are in the live chat, please leave your own down below, and we'll try our best to read those later.
Again.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll now go to recapping the shows this happened this weekend. I guess we'll do those first because they're a bit fresher and a bit more recent. So Saturday night's main event opened with Jake Cargill, Meechin, and B-Fab defeating Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss by pinfall in 16 minutes and 45 seconds. Who would like to talk about this match? Because I did not see any of the show.
I mean, it's a good match, to say the least.
Is that it? Did anything interesting happen during it?
Well, at the end, almost at the end, I believe Ripley and Charlotte made. I can't remember, but they made up. Point there. I don't know how much going to read this, but while they were being friendly with Alexa in the background, they got attacked by Jade and the baddies, and that's where Jade got the advantage.
Well,
so you're calling them that as well. That's what Peyton did on the predictions for this match. Okay. So yeah. Okay, cool. I guess obviously this was done just to set up the rematch for Clash in Paris, I guess. But I don't know who did Jade pin Rhea?
Yeah, I think Jay pinned Rhea.
Well, yeah, that would make sense as to why the title match for Clash in Italy has been set up. And in the second match, as we alluded to earlier, Sol Ruka defeated Becky Lynch by disqualification in 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Apparently,
Shortest
this
match
match
in
was
the
kind of a
card.
mess. Apparently, this match was a mess. But
It's a mess.
I think, again, people were saying online that Sol Ruka may have been injured in the match, and I guess that would probably explain why the Soul Snatcher didn't go so well. It's been a couple of times where that's happened, where she's gone for the Soul Snatcher on Becky, and she's just like sort of fallen. You know?
Is it Soul though, or is it Becky not taking it right?
It could be a combination of either or, in my opinion. Like Sol Ruka, to me, clearly looks like she's a bit. She looks like she's a bit nervous, which I don't quite understand. Because it's like maybe she's like fully aware the pressures on the main roster have now ramped up a bit, and she's getting a bit nervous and twitchy to maybe she's getting a bit of performance anxiety while she's out there. I don't know. But then Becky sometimes has been known to not be in the right place at the right time for certain things. That's not to say either of them are bad in ring, because they're both very solid.
It doesn't look like they have any chemistry together.
No, that's why I'm like, I predicted Sol earlier, because I'm kind of like, again, there doesn't look like there's many options for Becky after Sol if she does win. So if Sol wins, at least there'll be more options. And again, I feel like if they really want to go for this thing that they're going for, which is apparently pushing new talent above older ones now, it's like, yeah, Sol kind of has to win.
Let's hope this match is better than what they did on Saturday.
Yeah.
Let's hope so. And then we had Penta retaining the Intercontinental Championship over Ethan Page.
I heard good things about this match.
In 14 minutes and 25 seconds. Was it a good match? Noble, kind of relying on you here. Yeah, I said we're relying on you here. Like, was this a good match? Penta and Ethan Page.
Yeah. The match was good.
Anything further to elaborate on that?
All I can say is there's good spots in this. And Enta, I think what I saw, he did a he bounced from the middle rope to do the Mexican Destroyer and to win the match. If I can remember that correctly.
That sounds impressive. I think that's a spot he has done before in like springboarding, then coming back to do it. Yeah. So yeah, I thought again we all did say on the predictions earlier last week that it was probably a bit too early for Ethan Page to become Intercontinental Champion, and I guess that's the direction they're going for. Whether or not they keep going with it remains to be seen.
But yeah, and add one more thing. Ethan Page got Def Rebelled.
Oh really? Oh yeah, I heard they changed the theme. I mean, his theme before was Death Rebel anyway.
Yeah, like his new theme is just.
I mean,
average.
It's basically the same theme. They just removed the ego part.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't know. That like apparently Def Rebel says no more ego. It's just literally just
ego.
Does that mean they've also removed the kill him with a smile?
They get rid of the kill with the smiles also.
No, they didn't.
I was gonna say if they had it, like fire Def Rebel right now. Like I'm sick of the bullshit. Yeah, Yeah, anyway, next match, Paige and Brie Bella retained the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships over the Irresistible Forces, Lash Legend and Nia Jax in 8 minutes and 25 seconds. Was this match
They
any
just
better
took
than...
the ego bit out of his theme song. That's it.
Okay. So yeah, Paige and Brie versus Nia and Lash. Was this any better than their first match on SmackDown a few weeks ago? Yes or no?
It's a bit better, but like the ending, I believe Paige pinned, I believe, Legend, but then Brie did like a give leverage to Paige, and then that's where the 3 count has occurred.
See.
I think
Yeah,
this is
no.
going to lead. I think this is going to lead to a Nikki Bella heel turn. Another
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I think so, but then it's like Paige and Brie, it's like sometimes they're heels, sometimes they're faces. I don't really know. It's really weird.
I think Nikki either costs them because she's jealous of Brie and Paige, or when they lose, then obviously Nikki then blames Paige for losing the titles.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I mean, I do see that.
And then in the main event of Saturday night's main event, Division, Logan Paul and Austin Theory retained the World Tag Team Championships over the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford in 60 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Was this any good?
Apparently Logan Paul got injured in this match.
Yeah.
Probably in my opinion, another one of the best matches in this card, besides the Penta Ether Page match. But a lot of crazy shit occurred, and Braun Breaker did appear, but literally, like, Angelo Dawkins launched the shit out of Braun Breaker. Like, legit launched him over the freaking announce table, landed the damn fucking floor.
Okay. I guess that's another thing where they're continuing to build that there's tension with Montez and Angelo's going to side with Seth, I guess. I don't know. That seems to be the way to go.
I haven't seen any of them recently, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, but then at the end, Braun Breaker did Braun Breaker things. He speared Angelo and he speared Montez.
Oh. Okay.
Who got pinned?
I think it was Dawkins.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, that was Saturday night's main event. In a certain Discord server we're in, I saw there was a lot of 6.5s for this. I mean, one person said 10 out of 10, but that's because they say 10 out of 10 for every show. That's WWE related.
It's like a middle of the hill show.
I mean, aside from Ethan Page and Penta, which was the only good match in the card, the rest was just mid, pretty much.
Then again, though, it wasn't a pay-per-view. It was just like a TV special, wasn't it? So
yeah, pretty much.
Like, I mean, besides the Page and Penta and the Vision and the Profits match, the other matches are kind of So I kind of agree why people say it's a 6. Well, I'm like above 6.5 at this point.
Okay. We'll move on to Double or Nothing now, which took place yesterday from the Louis Armstrong Stadium in New York City.
In New York.
I didn't realize we had Alicia Keys on the podcast. How you doing? So yeah, on the pre-show we had 3 matches. I'll just go through the results of that. We had a 5-minute tag team eliminator match, which was Divine Dominion, Megan Bayne and Lena Cross. They defeated Zeta Steel and Viva Van in 4 minutes and 46 seconds, which means Steel and Van will not receive a future AEW Women's World Tag Team title match. Then we had the Death Riders of Claudia Castagnoli, Danny Garcia, and Wheeler Yuta with Marina Shafir defeating the Ops, that being Anthony Bowens, Hook, and Katsuyori Shibata in 10 minutes and 35 seconds. And then we had a big 10-man tag team match, Boom and Doom, Big Boom AJ and QT Marshall, and the conglomerations Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and Roderick Strong with Big Justice, Harley Cameron, and the Rizzler. That kid is so weird. He's like the most bizarre.
Why are they always there, man?
I don't know. They're just like 0-hour specialists, aren't they? And then yeah, they defeated Shane Taylor Promotions. So Shane Taylor, Anthony Ogogo, Trash, Captain Sean Dean, Carly Bravo, and Lee
As
Moriarty.
long as they stay on the pre-show and they don't get matches on the main shows, fine.
Yeah, and they beat Shane Taylor Promotions, Shane Taylor, Anthony Ogogo, Captain Sean Dean, Carly Bravo, and Lee Moriarty with Chris Yan XO. In 6 minutes and 30 seconds, but the main card opened up with the New York Street Fight I Quit match for the AEW World Tag Team titles. FTR defending against Cape and Cage. Cage and Cope. And the winners were Cage and Cope.
Oh, they
About
actually won.
time.
Yeah, they're 8-time World Tag Team champions. This match was a lot of fun. I thought Christian, especially, was probably the MVP of this match. There was one point where he was asked to quit on the steps, and he said, "I fucked your mum," or "banged your mum," or something like
Nice.
that. And
Yeah,
then,
that was funny as fuck.
and then the finish sort of saw like FTR sort of getting the upper hand because Stokely Hathaway was getting involved. Then Beth Phoenix made her AEW return, ran Stokely off, sort of killed him a bit.
Yes.
Then Cage and Cope had Dax in a sharpshooter crossface combination, and then because he wasn't saying the words "I quit," Beth Phoenix got Spike. Spike, the plank with all the spikes on it. That guy that
Yep.
Cope has used before. She got that into the ring, and then while he's in the crossface, Cope put it on his head, and then that made him utter the words "I quit," which means Cage and Cope won't have to disband as a team and are now 8-time World Tag Team Champions overall across both WWE and AEW.
Good for Cage and Cope.
Yes, but yeah, this was a fun little opener. I thought it was about 20 minutes, 5 seconds, so about 20-ish minutes. And then we had the absolute banger that was Kazuchika Okada defending the AEW International Championship. This match was so good. Like, fuck me. This was like a proper wrestle wank. They just went like so many sequence for sequence stuff. There was like a brutal. There's one intriguing bit towards like the middle of the match where they're both like trying to do something on the outside. I think Okada tries to go for like a tombstone, but Don Callis is on commentary at the table. He comes off and he's like, whoa, I can't do that. No, don't do that. Because it's like, I have to protect my assets. That's what he said on commentary before he go up. And then Takeshita and Okada sort of look at each other while Don's in between him for a bit. Don sort of leaves them alone, but then Takeshita brainbusters Okada on the fucking floor. And then Don Callis is absolutely livid with him.
Fuck.
And then at the end, there's like sort of another trade-off in terms of going for the Raging Fire and Rainmaker stuff. And then I think there was like a power drive knee from Takeshita. Then I think that's how we won the match. So Takeshita is the new international champion. But after the match, all the Don Callis members come out. So there's Don Callis himself, there's Rocky Romero, there's Mark Davis, and Okada's obviously there. And I think Callis tries to get them to shake hands or something. But then music of the proto-star Kyle Fletcher hits.
Why is he back?
I guess he's healthy again because he was walking. Looks so good, by the way. Looks suited and booted. And anyway, he came down to the ring. He and Takeshita had a nice little moment. They like shared a hug. And then he raised his arm along with the title, but then Fletcher delivered a clothesline to Takeshita and a brainbuster, which means Takeshita has been kicked out of the Don Callis family. And Fletcher's doing scumbaggy stuff again. So
interesting.
I've set up either like Fletcher and Takeshita one-on-one at All In or a three-way with Okada also involved. So that sounds interesting.
Yes.
I'm very excited for all of that. But yeah, no. What did you think of Takeshita and Okada?
Incredible match. Incredible match, to be honest. Like,
Yep. What do you make about Kyle Fletcher being back as well?
I mean, it's great to have Kyle Fletcher back. Like, they really need Fletcher back.
Yeah, I think AEW is a better product with Kyle Fletcher on it for sure.
Yes.
Like, he's like one of the best in-ring workers today in the world, and not just very good at understanding his character and the layers of storytelling in between. So,
like God knows if without Kyle Fletcher, I don't know what's gonna happen with the Big Card Championship scene at this point.
yeah, I think it's actually interesting they've moved him away from the TNT Championship picture and then into the international one, which again I think is a really good move because I prefer the international championship over the TNT.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
But we'll get to the TNT champion stuff later because even though there was a match for on a card, there's a particular thing with the champion. Then we'll move on because we'll probably end up glazing Kyle Fletcher for 15 minutes, which I would love to do, by the way, because Kyle Fletcher's awesome. But yeah, we'll move on to the next match, which was a first round match in the Owen Hart Women's Finals, quarterfinals rather. Athena defeated Miura Shirakawa in 11 minutes. And again, I thought this match was decent for what it was, but I think, the right person won. Athena's moving on to the semis, and she'll face either one of Alex Windsor or the wild card opponent. So Alex Windsor versus Willow Nightingale was supposed to be on this card, but this past Wednesday on Dynamite, Willow Nightingale had to relinquish the TBS Championship because she's currently got a shoulder injury.
Yeah.
So get well soon, Willow.
Crazy thing. Out of all fucking places.
When you have to, it always sucks when you have to relinquish a title, man. You work so hard to get it, and then injuries just bad, It's annoying.
Like, out of all fucking places that Willow has to announce that she had to relinquish the title and get herself out of the title, the tournament, she has to say that in fucking Maine during Dynamite.
Yeah, I think it's also like a huge shame for Willow because I feel like she was on like one of the best runs of her career, period. Like the work she's done over the last year or so has been really impressive. And the Babe of the Power has done very well in that sense. But yeah, again, get well soon, Willow. But again, Athena moving on, that's not a bad thing. Again, I've been saying it for ages. They just need to get her more on AEW programming rather than Ring of Honor programming because she's too good not to be.
Too good.
Relinquish the Ring of Honor Women's title. For what?
I think they should put it on somebody else, like properly actually have her put somebody over because her reign is now approaching like Roman Reigns territory. She has like 1,200 plus days in. So that's like 3.5 years going on 4 almost. But yeah. And then we had a no time limit match for the AEW Continental Championship. Jon Moxley successfully defeating Kyle O'Reilly to retain the championship in 18 minutes and 45 seconds. And I thought this match was technical excellence at its finest.
Yeah.
There's a whole bit of psychology in this match. There was like Moxley was working Kyle O'Reilly's leg while O'Reilly was working his arm. Obviously, this was like the 7th match they've had in total over the last few months, apparently. And obviously, the story going in was Moxley, for some reason, couldn't beat Kyle O'Reilly. But now, obviously, he's got over that hump and he defeated him by submission with, I think it was like a bulldog choke or something, or it's like a leg trap STF or something like that. I can't quite remember. But yeah, no, this match was excellent in terms of the technical work and the psychology. So,
yep.
Then we'll move on to the first of the men's Owen Hart Cup quarterfinals that happened back to back. Will Ospreay, Samoa Joe. Will Ospreay won 30 minutes and 55 seconds. This match was really good. I'm not going to beat around the bush. It was so awesome for that length of time. Again, there's just something about the way Will works with people who are bigger than him. Like he just knows how to be an underdog and knows how to sell for them, know how to make them really look really good in defeat. And then obviously Samoa Joe is Samoa Joe, regardless of the result. He's good at making himself look good, and his opponent did obviously help. But yeah, Will winning. He won with the hidden blade to the back of the head at the end. But yeah, what did anybody else think of this?
The match is great, like you said. Samoa Joe is Samoa Joe. Will Ospreay just did what he always does the most at this point. He just literally proved that he wants to get to the AEW World Championship picture.
Yeah. I thought his comments in the media scrum were really good as well because he nearly got emotional about talking about it, and I thought that was so sweet of him. But no, one of the good spots in this match especially was when Ospreay went to do the handspring backflip to the outside the Sasuke special, and then Joe catches him in the coquina clutch and just smashes his head straight into the barricade. I'm just like, fucking hell. I was like, I held my own neck when he did it because I'm like, that guy's just had his neck fixed 6 months ago. Chill the fuck out.
Like, Jesus Christ. Like, I don't want to hear any about that. Like, it makes me go squeamish. Right.
And then the other men's Owen Hart Cup quarterfinal. Swerve Strickland defeated Bandido, and this match was also really good. 15 minutes, 20 seconds of hard hitting action. One of the better spots
Imagine Swerve as a fucking.
What?
Nuts. That'd be nuts.
What? Swerve as a woman?
It'd be scary, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't want to witness that.
Neither do I. But no,
thank
Swerve.
you.
One of the really good spots in the match was like they were going sequence for sequence as you do. Swerve ends up standing on his shoulders, and then he like kicks him in the back of the head, like house cool style. And I'm like, Jesus Christ! And then, Swerve did win eventually. I think with like a house cool Swerve stomp combo thingy. But no, again, this match was really good. I can't fault either of it. It was just Swerve and Bandido actually do have insane chemistry. Bandido looked really good. He was flying around everywhere, being really quick, all that stuff.
The matches obviously in the tournament have been good, and some might say they've been great. But the tournament's just very predictable, ain't it?
Well, the men's side is, yeah.
Yeah, the women's one, I don't know who's going to win that, to be fair.
Well, I will say the other side in terms of...
one side is obviously very predictable. I mean, now that Swerve has won, I mean, they could have had Bandido beat him, but now that Swerve has won, then it makes that side very predictable too.
Well, I still don't know who's going to win out of Brody and Claudio, but it'll probably be Brody because obviously Brody's associated with Bandido. But then I feel like Mark Davis probably will beat Jack Perry again because then there's obviously history between Will and Mark Davis as well, having previously ran together in United Empire. So, I think the final's going to be Swerve and Will at Forbidden Door. So,
who do you think wins the women's one?
If the wild card is going to be Mercedes, I could very easily see it being her back to back, but it also wouldn't surprise me if it's Alex Windsor.
Yeah.
So, two English people, the Ospreay family, in world title matches at All In.
They'll celebrate with an Nando's.
In the middle of the ring.
Literally, don't give him ideas.
No, do it, because I'll be here for it. I'll be there for it as well. I'll be able to see them eat Nando's live in person, which will probably get a huge.
You join them.
Like, let me down there. I want food.
Free food.
So I'm not paying for the food here. It's expensive.
Yeah. Anyway.
Then we had the four-way match for the AEW Women's World Championship. Tekla retains against former champions Hikaru Shida, Jamie Hayter, and Chris Statlander in 14 minutes. I thought this match was really fun as well. Shida turned heel in it. But yeah, these women just all hit each other very hard. Tekla was, as per usual, her awesome self. there was a lot of cool spots in this match. But yeah, Tekla retaining is the right decision, and I think she will be the champion heading into All In. And whoever her opponent ends up being, whether it be Windsor or somebody else at All In, should be fantastic.
I think she faces Mercedes.
I think so as well. But again, I can see either one of Mercedes or Alex Windsor winning the whole thing. So depends.
Yeah.
What did you think of the women's four-way? Noble or Vega, if you watch the show too? Noble? Hello? Hello?
Well,
Anybody there?
I mean, I didn't watch the match, so I can't say anything.
That's why I'm saying Noble, because I think he watched it. Nothing to say about the women's four-way, Noble? No? Maybe he's AFK, I don't know. He might have just walked off.
Maybe.
Yeah. He's like, screw this match.
Yeah. Then we had Stadium Stampede, team of
I heard
Jericho.
good things about this.
It was. We'll get to it in a bit, but yeah, Jericho, Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, Kenny Omega, Jack Perry, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson defeated Ricochet, Bishop Corn, Toby Leona, Mark Davis, Andrade El Idolo, Clark Connors, and David Finlay. And this match was silly bollocks. There was a lot of shit happening everywhere. It was so fun. Like, you had Mark Davis getting hit by the Jurassic Express's bus. That was insane. There was one funny spot backstage where I think Satnam Singh gets caked somehow. He's just in catering, eating something. And he gets caked to the face, and then he ends up beating somebody up. And then it breaks out into a food fight backstage. And then, I don't know, there was a lot of
Yikes.
stuff between the Hurt Syndicate and GOA backstage and in the arena. Leah Rush, as Blackheart, helped them. Like, he jumped on one of their backs. It was kind of scary and funny at the same time. And then towards the end, there was like a 7-way super kick on Ricochet. And then, I don't know, there was another set of super kicks on Bishop Corn, I believe. And then Jericho hit the line salt to get the win. But there was also a lot of people going through tables. There was like powder that Jack Perry had. At one point, he threw that in somebody's face.
Are they going to
Yeah, it's
end
just-
this Jericho feud now?
I would think so, because he's, beaten them, I think, because he got the lion salt, and he managed to beat somebody with that. So Andrade
We'll
got
see.
a one-winged angel through a table. I really liked the intro videos they had for both teams before the match as well. I thought that was kind of fun. The babyface one especially was quite funny because it ended with Kenny like smoking a cigar, but he coughed on it because he obviously doesn't smoke cigars because he's straight edge as can be. And then they all like put their hands in the middle. There was also a really funny bit backstage during the match where Jericho's got like a tennis racket. He's beating Ricochet up with it, but then Luther appears out of this door and he gives him this super-sized tennis racket. And he starts beating Ricochet up with it. And then there's like a tennis ball launcher and he starts shooting him at fucking Ricochet. And then
What the fuck?
And then he almost gets hit by one when he's going in for a pinfall, and then Ricochet kicks out too. But as I said, the finish was Jericho doing a lion salt on somebody, and they got the win. But yeah, no, this was
Rico salt.
such an entertaining, fun, silly bollocks, no DQ match. Like,
Tennis
again.
balls. That's quite funny.
well, they were in a tennis
Tennis
stadium,
racket.
so they were in a tennis stadium, so
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then we get to the main event, which
Good.
was AEW World Championship title versus hair. Darby Allin defending against MJF. MJF won the match in 23 minutes and 10 seconds, which means he saved his hair and becomes a 3-time AEW World Champion at the age of 30.
I'm probably going to Disneyland.
Probably, yes. Maybe. It's only like a few states south, so probably New York.
Yeah, you could probably buy Disneyland if you wanted to.
Yeah, maybe.
I didn't watch this much, but I'm very happy MJF still has hair. I'm very happy that he's the world champion. You know my thoughts and feelings on Darby being champion. I'm glad it's over. Yeah, he had good matches, but having good matches doesn't make you a world champion. So yeah, I hope now he stays away from that title. keeps on doing crazy spots because that's all he's good for, and MJF can actually make that title relevant again now. There we go.
Yeah, I think it's obviously the right decision because for a start, MJF needs his hair to get his movie roles.
Yes,
And
very important.
second of all, I feel like obviously you just need a big bad going into All In for obviously Will Ospreay will be the biggest baby face in the company come that point. But yeah, again, it's just important that there is a big bad for the big show of the year. But no, MJF and Darby, I thought they had a very good match. Before the match, MJF was like he managed to alienate his own people in New York. He said, "Oh yeah, I live in mansions, bigger things, and stuff like that." And it was a really good photo taken though of like one point in the match where Darby's on top of the entrance scaffolding and then he does a coffin drop to MJF through a table. That was kind of insane. But the match started really badly for Darby. Like he went for a suicide dive and he like clipped his foot on the ropes and then he like landed on his head.
Doing crazy stuff
on the way down. Yeah, MJF delivered a package power driver to Darby on the stairs at 1.2. That was disgustingly brutal. But yeah, he won the match with like a tombstone from the second rope. He's done that to like Daniel Garcia and people like that in the past. And then did the headlock takeover, which has been a big part of MJF and Darby's story, and won it with that. So yeah,
everything Darby Allin goes through, and he loses to a headlock takeover.
Yep. And then after the match, MJF's celebrating, standing on him on top of her because they put Darby on a stretcher. And then Kevin Knight comes out. It looks like he's going to save him. And as they're wheeling out Darby, Kevin Knight does the UFO splash onto Darby, which means Kevin Knight has turned heel, which probably means they're lining up Kevin Knight and Darby Allin for the TNT title at some point.
But like Kevin Knight came out about a month or two ago and was like, "Yeah, I won the world title."
Yeah, well, I guess that has changed because he and Swerve had a conversation on the 3-hour Dynamite Plus Collision where Swerve's like, "You need to be a killer," and then I guess he took that advice to heart, and then UFO splash to Darby. There you go.
Imagine Swerve was like his mentor.
I think that'd be quite good for him, because I feel Kevin Knight has a lot of potential. So I feel like Kevin Knight could be a future world champion with the right guidance and the right character change / direction shift, and perhaps turning heel as TNT champion, having a little feud with Darby, and then progressing onto that at some point within the next 2 years is probably a good direction for him. But yeah, that's Double or Nothing. Really good show. 9.5 out of 10 for me. No complaints, no notes. Excellent pay-per-view. Probably going to be my pay-per-view of the year when it's all said and done by the end of the year, unless All In somehow miraculously tops it.
Not WrestleMania Night 1?
Don't make me laugh. That was terrible.
That was funny.
Yeah. WWE Raw results. I'm trying to find. Do we want to go over the shows from last week? Yeah, let's do it. Do it really quick. Raw, before Saturday night's main event 43, we had Roman Reigns responding to Jacob Fatu, women's tag team title match, Brie Bella, Paige defending against Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez. Over Femi Open Challenge, Tornado Tag Team match, El Grande Americano, Bravo and Ryder versus OG Americano, Julia and Bruta. But the show opened up with Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns brawling yet again. There was a lot of tongue and death grip stuff, and then I think the Usos took him out with a few certificates of spear and a 1D, and then he got on the microphone and obviously challenged Roman Reigns to tribal combat. So, any notes?
Interesting. I mean, we already talked about it when we were doing the predictions, right? I mean, Roman's gonna win. I mean, I don't know what this feud is really doing for Jacob. He's gonna end up losing to Roman, and then he's gonna have to fall in line.
Yeah.
But like, does Jacob Fatu fall in line?
I don't think so. I mean, Jacob Fatu is like far too unpredictable for that.
How far too unpredictable?
Yeah. I didn't actually mean to do that, but now that you mention it, yeah.
Yeah,
Unintentionally a pun. Unintentionally a pun.
that was good
Far
for me.
too pretty. Thank you. I appreciate it, even though I did unintentionally. Then we had a street fight with Finn Balor and JD McDonough. This match was fun. McDonough did a moonsault in the crowd at one point. Then, eventually Balor did like a shotgun drop kick through a table in the corner. Then the coup de grace and won. While he was trapped inside a trash can.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So when's Roxanne joining it?
Joining in what?
Joining Finn's side.
I don't know. Doesn't look like she's going to do it right now, but I can see it happening in the next 2 months, maybe 3 months. Who knows? But again, I don't think they can drag it out for very long because I want to see Finn Balor move away from the Judgment Day at some point.
That's going to be their SummerSlam match, though, isn't it? Finn vs. Dom.
Again, even though he would beat him as the Demon at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but like, funny, ain't it?
Then we had a backstage promo with Sol Ruka and Becky Lynch, and then that led to the ring. And then Becky asked, "What stunt are you pulling here? Making a holy show of yourself, apparently, whatever that means." And then Ruka issued a challenge for them at Saturday night's main event, and then obviously that got made official. And as we know, so run by the Then we had a really fun tornado tag, which was all the Americano verse doing their stuff. Obviously, added the mask versus mask match.
The film, haha.
Yeah. And then there's slight news regarding one of the people who portrays El Grande Americano, but I don't know if we want to get into that. But it depends. Yeah.
He got into some trouble. Let's say that.
Yeah, he got arrested for defending his woman's honor because some guy was being extremely racist. So
Yeah.
and so, in my opinion,
what
he's done nothing wrong. He's done nothing wrong there at all.
OG El Grande had El Grande's like girlfriend on his shirt or something.
Yeah, that's funny.
They're turning it into like a storyline. They do this a lot.
Yeah, and then apparently LA Knight interrupted the Usos and Michael Cole LA Knight interrupted the Usos and Michael Cole interviewed Ethan Page. So that's two stuff that happened too. Then we had the women's tag team title match, which was obviously won by Brie and Paige. Paige here.
Yeah.
Paige here, Charlotte. What are you doing? Then we had the Overfemi Open Challenge, which of course never happened because Brock Lesnar returned and absolutely destroyed him.
Doesn't that count as Brock answering it?
Kind of, but then the bell never rang and there was no like actual result.
Fair.
Brock ripped his trousers again. That was funny. Keeps ripping his jeans when he attacks people. Gets a bit too
Bro's got to
excited.
make everything about him, doesn't he?
He's like, "Like city bitch." Oh no, my trousers ripped. Yeah.
You know, it's not just a return to beat a Boba Femi. He's got to go the extra mile and make sure his trousers are ripped.
Yeah. It's not a good attack segment unless I rip my trousers.
Yeah.
Then Raw was main evented by Seth Rollins versus Austin Theory. Rollins beat Theory. And then there was a little post-match brawl between Seth and Braun. But Braun Breaker absolutely destroyed him. So, but then Angelo Dawkins made the save for Rollins as Theory and Logan beat him down.
Oh no.
Yeah. NXT. And this is where we turn to our NXT correspondent, Thomas Noble. Yay!
Okay. Let me pull up the fucking results.
Okay, guys,
Oh.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm starting to keep my eyes open, so I'm going to go to sleep.
Okay. Me and Noble got this.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Right. Okay. Here we go. First, we have Cam Hendricks and Mason Rook defeating Osborne and Tony D'Angelo. Which,
I thought this was a fun little opener.
yeah, but I'm way more intrigued with what Mason Rook has done in this match. Even though he didn't fucking hit anyone, he still performed well here. But Cam Hendricks did win one of the champions. I believe it was. I think it was Bourne.
Let me find out. Hendrix and I think he must have pinned Miles, maybe.
Yeah,
Because it looks like to me, obviously, Rook's going for the NXT title, and Cam Hendricks is going for the North American.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where Tavid Heist came out of nowhere, appeared, and then attacked Hendricks. Well, the distraction about Rook put down Bourne. Only Hendricks, yeah. When I look at this from WWE.com, he did pin, Hendricks did pin Bourne. And then Bryn Sinclair returned, but she's fully healthy, but did attack Kalani with a crutch.
Yes, and Lola Weiss agreed to defend against Izzy Dame as well in the same segment.
Yep.
So she's set to defend the NXT Women's Championship against her, I think, this week. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And
yeah,
then,
I thought like this segment was like it was okay. I thought like Dame, Vice, and Sinclair stood out more than Kalani because, as I keep saying, Kalani Jordan as a heel, like she doesn't have the. She looks like
heel
she's
heat.
bored. She looks like she doesn't have heel heat really. She looks like she's bored. And again, being a heel, I don't know. I don't know if she's not really a charismatic person in general, but she's just a bit of a charisma vacuum whenever she's doing like promos and stuff. I feel like her in-ring work is like speaks for itself. Like she's obviously really good in the ring, but her character work and stuff like that is just leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah, honestly, in my opinion, that is why I rather like Kalani as a babyface over a heel, because her heel work is kind of just going down the goddamn drain. When she was a face, she literally had a blast, having a good time. Rest were going up, but ever since she was a heel, yeah, it go down the goddamn drain, head to the damn toilet. It's just not working, not worth it at all. Like you said, she's really fucking bored.
Yeah, then we had some backstage stuff with Sean Legacy telling Dorian Van Dux that they will face each other in a speed tournament match this week. They said next week, is this week. And then obviously we had Jada Parker demanding to speak to Natalia, but she came face to face with Layla Diggs.
Yeah, I don't know who Layla Diggs is at this point, so I have no fucking clue.
Apparently she's one of Natalia's LFG mentees, but I think she's been doing stuff on Evolve as well. Because LFG would have been filmed a little while ago, but I think I saw a clip of Layla Diggs doing a really nice picture-perfect moonsault on Evolve. But again, I was like, who are you? I don't know who you are. Where have you come from?
Definitely the same page at this point. We have
Sorry,
Tristan Angel. We have Tristan Angels in his debut by defeating Romeo Moreno, which apparently is Dar's Lupo, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Romeo Moreno, like used to be called Zazaya on the European independent scene. Quite a big deal. But yeah, he's like sort of acting like he's Noam Dar's biggest fanboy at the moment, and that he's going to get mentored by him.
Is Moreno really Zozaya?
He is, yeah. If you watch the match, they literally wrestle the same.
Okay.
And then Tristan Angels, did win, unfortunately. I get
Yeah,
it
was
because
it?
it's like, it's to set up a little match with him and Noam, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, but then after the match, there was a lot of fucking back and forth, verbal back and forth promo between Angels and Shiloh Hill, and while wearing the Mr. NXT attire.
Yeah, that's right. He's like campaigning for to be Mr. NXT, isn't he? He was like going around backstage
Yep.
offering people flyers and stuff the entire night. So,
Yep.
oh, Kylo's great. I've actually, he's really grown on me a lot. I think he's so good. I just think he's so funny.
Yeah, Shiloh is a fucking amazing character to watch, and in the ring, I really enjoy his matches. Like, especially when it comes to his match against uh, Ricky Saints. I believe 2 weeks ago,
Yeah, I think he did
two
have
three
one with
weeks.
Saints. Yeah, before Saints also got called up to SmackDown.
Yeah,
That was like his farewell match. So yeah,
Shiloh really grew on me. The first time the first time I saw, I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And when I watch him in the ring, like his in ring work, great. His character just blew off the fucking roof. Really enjoyed watching him on NXT. Like, I don't know if I don't know. It might be too early to say that he's gonna be the one of the guys to watch out for NXT in the future, but we'll see what happens from there.
no, I can agree with a lot you're saying. I think Shiloh does have a big future. Whether or not this character puts a ceiling on him or not, I'm not too sure. But again, the main roster always has spots for people who favor comedic characters, I guess. So that could be a position he finds himself in. But yeah,
Yeah.
Toby and Salva are both saying good stuff about Shiloh. Shiloh is super funny and he can wrestle too. That he can, Toby, and that he is. He is very funny. And Salva says he's come a long way from the weird gimmick he had at first. Yes, I agree with that completely. Like, I think that's why I said Shiloh at the beginning didn't do much for me because his gimmick was very strange, and I was like, I can't really get on board with this. But since he's like moved away from that and instead started doing what he's doing now, I think he's finally found his place, as it were.
Absolutely for sure, and I'm happy for Shiloh for where he began to where he's going to get his stock rise up. So excited to where he's gonna do next for NXT. Like maybe a mid card title in NXT down the road, or we'll see what happens.
Yep.
Anyway, we got the NXT Women's
North American.
Championship match. I mean, North American title. That don't know what I fucking say. Tana Paxley defeating Lizzie Rain.
This match was so good. Like, I can't, literally no notes. Can't fault anything that happened in this match. I think it's clear to me that Tatum Paxley, even though in an interview recently she said her and Blake Monroe are sort of wrestling soulmates, I think in terms of an in-ring perspective, if we're looking at that side of things, I think it was evident to me in this match that Tatum Paxley and Lizzie Rain are in-ring wrestling soulmates. Like their chemistry, having never wrestled together one-on-one before, off the charts. And
Absolutely.
again, I thought this was technically sound. There was a lot of good strikes. They both got their signature sequences in. There was a nasty little step up into Guru from Paxley on Lizzie as she tried to do a dive, which I thought was really well timed. Also, had Lizzie doing the make it rain shots in the corner, which the crowd have catched on to right away. Lizzie, again, any move she did, anything she does in terms of, she gets her character over very well in a match. Like, she just understands how to wrestle along with presenting her character at the same time because her facials are great, her eyes are great, her body language is great. And then Paxley's Paxley, she's excellent. But she got the win with the cemetery drive, I think. Like, she tried to.
Yeah, Cemetery Driver, what it's called, yeah.
Yeah, and then Tatum caught Rain diving, and then obviously tried to do the cemetery drive, but counted for the headbutt and stuff like that. And then I think the cemetery drive happened out of a nice little exchange near full pin attempts, but then Paxley transitioned out of one of them into the cemetery drive and got the win. But then after the match, Zarya attacked both women, and she stood tall, holding the NXT Women's North American Championship aloft, which suggests to me that Zarya wants a bit of gold.
Yep. I think this is probably the right fit to have Zarya have a run here. Like, if it's down the road, I don't know what's the next pay-per-view for NXT. Probably Heatwave. I don't know. Or
I think it usually is. It's usually that in the summer, isn't it? So
yeah, we're approaching the summer, so it has to be fucking Heatwave of some sort. If they could, it's gonna be Zarya versus Paxley down the road. What it looks like. If not, then yeah. And
I think it will
then,
be. I think it will be, and I think after that they should really focus on Lizzie Rain feuding with Zarya, then eventually taking that offer.
yeah, I would fucking love that feud, honestly.
Because I feel like Lizzie Rain's she's gonna win every title in NXT except for the speed one. Because who cares? You know?
Yeah, who gives a who literally gives a flying fuck about the speed title? Like,
On the
it's
men's side of
always
things, don't get me wrong, it's good, but on the women's side, I don't know, it just doesn't really do a lot for anybody
yeah.
other than give them time on the team.
And then we have Keanu Carver defeating Tate Wilder, which it's more pure dominance for Carver.
Yeah, I thought this was a good little match, but then obviously I feel like again the story that's being told with Tate Wilder since he's come up from Evolve is that he's a bit of an adrenaline junkie and he sort of tries to do one too many high risk moves, and that always ends up being his. And Carver sort of took advantage of that, and obviously that's how we got a win. But again, it was a really nice, fast paced, explosive contest between the two guys. But then Carver obviously was going to get the win because the story they're telling with Wilder.
Yep. And then we have a freaking interview with Cam Hendricks, but then Mason Rook came out and literally dropped Hendricks after their freaking tag team win to kick off the show.
Yeah. Apparently, yeah, Hendricks' promo was a bit generic and a bit bland, if I'm being real. It was a bit boring, a bit middle. But then everything really picked up when Mason Rook came out, and then drove him into the corner with that backpack Death Valley driver type thing. And
yep.
Again, I feel like Mason Rook's future on NXT and even in WWE in general is limitless. Like there's literally no ceiling that guy has. He can literally go to the very top if he wants to, I think.
Yeah, Mason Rook surprised me beyond belief after his freaking in-ring debut in that tag match. Like, dude, again, if people keep downing him because his fucking size, the way you literally talked back about Kevin Owens a few years ago when he made his debut. So yeah, I advise you to just to the people who literally make fun of him, shut the fuck up and just watch his tape.
Well, eventually, I think he will slim down eventually, but I don't think it will be too much of a hindrance at the moment, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I still think he's going to be large and intimidating regardless, but people saying he looks like a slur for a lesbian and stuff like that on Twitter, it's just like, it bothers me. Because it's like, you're discrediting him immediately just based on his appearance alone, when it's quite evident he's very talented.
Yeah, I freaking I literally made a fucking I retweeted about on Rook's entrance. I saw someone fucking put something inappropriate towards fucking Rook. Like, dude, come on, not cool. Honestly.
Yep. And then NXT was main evented with the tag team title match. Vanity Project, Salvo's favorite people, defending against Dark State. That being Dion and Saquon.
Yeah, I know this is Salvo's team. Because he fucking simps for this team. I'm not.
And rightfully so. I think Vanity Project are great.
Like, I get they're a good team, but to me, they're nothing but a mid-college group who literally just came out here just go have fun, but drink a lot of booze and yada yada yada.
I think that's almost the point. That is the gimmick.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of the Vanity Project, and I'm not a fan of the Vanity Project's tag champs. Whoever takes the titles off of them, I'll be dancing a jig on top of them. I don't give a fuck.
What?
Well, yeah, Vanity Project. Oh, hello, Vega. How are you?
I'm good.
Well, that woke up Vega.
Yeah, anyway, Baylor and Smokes did get the win. There was an inside cradle from Smokes. He caught somebody with that. I think it was Sugars as he was going for like an elbow drop off the top. But then after the match, Griffin and James laid out Sugars and Lennox followed their lead, which means they triple powerbombed him through the announce table, and that means Saquon Sugars has been kicked out of Dark State.
Yep. That sounds right.
Which makes me think that they're probably just going to branch off into a feud where Saquon tries to take them down one by one, I guess.
Yeah. That's
eventually leading to Dion. Dynamite.
Which it is live from my fucking home state out of Maine, which is the very first time AEW airs in the Northeast in Maine, as a matter of fact. I'm sad because I did not even partake in to go there. Don't have enough money to get the fucking tickets at this point. Yada. So I'm pissed off about myself.
You missed a really good 3-hour show as well. So trying to find the results for that. Give me 1 second. So yeah, AEW Dynamite Live and Collision. Obviously the go home show to Double or Nothing. Oh shit, let me go back. Oh, hang on. I'm scrolling. Yeah, I'm scrolling. It opened with Chris Jericho and the Young Bucks against the Don Callis families, Andrade, Dunkzilla, Mark Davis, and Ricochet. It was won by... Oh, stop making me go back. I'm not trying to swipe left on my screen, you bastards. 1 second. One second. Yeah, which was won by Don Callis family and Ricochet. Win with a pinfall from a lateral press of sorts from Andrade or Matt Jackson. Post-match, Jack Perry made the save after the heels were trying to beat down with a bag of onions. And he apparently nailed Tyler the Owner in the forehead with a bag of onions. And the onions went everywhere. And then the Hurt Syndicate came out during the chaos. And then the babyface ended up regrouping in the ring with Jungle Man's onions.
I'm sorry. A bag of onions?
A bag of onions. Yeah.
Seriously? You literally a bag of onions in Maine? Really?
I guess so, yeah. Maybe you're famous for your onions or something. I don't know.
Fuck's sake, man. Okay, so this is what the first match is famous for in the Crossroads Arena in goddamn Portland. Famous with their onions!
Yeah.
God's sakes.
They made a backstage interview with Renee and Darby. Darby said he feels everything, but he's not numb to the pain. Exactly what he thought it'd be. He's the greatest feeling in the world being world champion, and he had to get Maxwell Jacob Freeman to put his hair on the line because he's the most vain man in the world. And being bald on red carpets would apparently eat Max alive. Darby then tells people Mike Bailey he'll do it at least to keep the title because they had a match, I believe, on this 3-hour show. Then a video package for the Hair vs. title match followed, recapping each of Darby's title defenses, and then Tommaso Ciampa made his entrance for an Anything Goes match against Mark Briscoe. This match was apparently very crazy. A lot of, weapon spots, a lot of blood, a lot of stuff. But then Mark Briscoe did get the win with the froggy bow. And then, yeah, we had Tony Schiavone back from commercial on the mic, type up the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. Prince Nana came from the crowd, and then Swerve Strickland entered, but Bandito blindsided in mid-entrance, and they brawled in the aisle. So there was a bit of a brawl between Swerve and Bandito, because I think there was a little stuff they had on Ring of Honor's recent pay-per-view, because I think Swerve attacked him there.
Yeah.
And then this is where we had Willow Nightingale cut a promo backstage to say, she was vacating the TBS Championship due to the shoulder injury, and would, as a result, would be exiting the Owen Hart Foundation Cup in place of a wild card Joker entrant. And again, we've already said this earlier when talking about Double or Nothing. It's just such a huge shame that Willow's had to end her title run this way and can't participate in the Owen. Nobody ever wants people to get injured. It's a big shame for her.
Yeah.
Anything to add to that?
Oh crap! Anything to add to what about Willow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with a lot of your points, like throughout the podcast a couple of fucking minutes ago here. Like, it's fucking sad. Like, Willow is one of these freaking AEW stars where, like, her character is like popping off. She had a great run of her career. Like, one of the best baby faces in that locker room. Like, one of the best baby faces in that locker room. I'm not like it's good. It's a fucking shame that she relinquished that championship and get herself out of the title due to injury. Like, she is one of the best baby faces in that women's locker room, in my opinion. But yeah, hopefully she'll come back 100%. Hopefully she'll be back healthy as she could be. So
Yep. Okay, we'll speed run through the rest of this. So we had a match between Kyle O'Reilly and John Moxley for a AEW Continental Championship Eliminator. The match ended in a double count-out draw, and that's how O'Reilly earned a match at Double or Nothing for the Continental belt against Moxley. Moxley obviously retained there. So an interview with Statlander and Shida. We had a Roosh cut promo backstage, and then he says if Darby Allin survives this week, he would want to shot the AEW World Championship. And I guess that's not going to happen now. Jeff is the champ. Then we had Triangle of Madness and Athena versus the Rolling Birds and Dominic Shirakawa and Thunder Rosa. Athena and Triangle of Madness got the win with a schoolboy from Tech Club on Thunder Rosa. And then Kevin Knight gave Speedball Mike Bailey a pep talk ahead of his world title match. We had Renee trying to interview John Moxley while he and the Death Riders were doing push-ups backstage. And then we had Darby Allin successfully defending the AEW World title against Speedball, winning by submission with the Scorpion Deathlock. And then Collision started with Speedball and Darby still in the ring, and then Maxwell walking through the crowd. Cheryl Shot Lemire has to put his hair on the line on this past Sunday, but of course we know how that went down. MJF won the AEW World Championship once again. Then we had Will Ospreay defeating Katsuyori Shibata after a hidden blade, but that was also a very good match, as I understand it. And then Bowen took Shibata out of the ring after the match, and then we had a promo between Samoa Joe, who cut his from the stage, and Will cut his from the ring, saying the Death Riders rebuilt him, and that he had, it was a dream match for him to face Samoa Joe. One of the reasons he became a professional wrestler was because of the Unbreakable Three-Way, as it was called, I think, between Styles, Daniels, and Joe, that they inspired him to become a wrestler.
Yep.
And they said, like, Death Riders rebuilt him and stuff, turned him into a killer and an assassin. And then, he wants to win the Owen so he can fulfill his dream of becoming AEW World Champion at Wembley. As we know, Will did defeat Samoa Joe this past weekend at Double or Nothing. Copeland was backstage with Christian Cage, talked about the I Quit match. Then we had Roosh squashing TJ Crawford. And then we had Divine Dominion versus El Valentine and Kayla Lopez in a 5-minute eliminator match, which was of course won by Divine Dominion with a double choke bomb on Kayla Lopez. And FTR defended the World Tag Team titles against Orange Cassidy and Roderick Strong in the main event. And they obviously retained the titles. And then lost them at Double or Nothing to Gurban Cage.
Yeah, thank goodness. Thank goodness this point.
I guess we should now preview Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, I guess we should.
Because I don't really want to go over the results of SmackDown because that will also take forever.
Yeah, I think that's probably the smartest idea. So it will not take a few minutes until we have to prepare for people to watch Monday Night Raw tonight.
We also won't do the Q&A this week, just for that reason as well. And
yeah,
you know.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
So we'll just preview Monday Night Raw and talk about that for a little bit, and then we'll get out of here. I'm trying to find anything in terms of where's Hawk's match card when I need it on Discord. Hang on. Specific person. Hawk. There he is. So tonight on Raw. Oh wait, that's said yesterday. Okay, tonight's Raw. Yeah, not yesterday. 7:32. Yeah, that's today then. So Obafemi apparently kicks off the show. I guess that would be to talk about Brock Lesnar's attack last week, I would think. What do you think will happen there, Noble?
Sorry, my mind went blank. Can you repeat again?
Obafemi kicks off Monday Night Raw. So I guess it'll be to talk about Brock Lesnar's attack last week.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he will talk about that surprise attack, and he will definitely pull out freaking Brock. And knowing Brock,
I think he'll be very angry, and I think they'll probably end up into another fight.
Yeah.
I think it'll be just as crazy as the last few. Seth Rollins is advertised, apparently. So I guess there'll be some Braun Breaker stuff going on there.
Yep.
Seth and Braun's feud, it's been decent, but all their angles are basically the same. You know? It's kind of uninspiring in a way. We have a contract signing. We have Baylor and Larry Valkyria versus the Judgment Day. So, except for Raquel Rodriguez. That should be a fun match, right?
Yeah, it's going to be fun, but one match I'm looking forward to the most on this for Raw. Anton and Evans for the Intercontinental Championship. That is going to freaking take this freaking car by storm.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty good. Obviously, Penta's Intercontinental Championship reign has just been littered with amazing matches. So, I feel like that streak is going to continue today. And maybe it'll establish Javon as the next challenger to Penta's. Well, I guess there might be a few coming out of that, but then again, Ethan Page will probably still be lurking about, as will Rusev. Most likely. And then we also have Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu's contract signing for Tribal Combat World Heavyweight Championship for Clash in Italy. So I should imagine there's going to be a lot more chaos between those two in that segment.
Yeah. And you know what happens during goddamn contract signings? It's about to go fucking down without a fucking fight.
Yeah. So that's the preview of Monday Night Raw. We will also just say, the Wrestle Art Championship was on the line this past weekend for Saturday night's main event and Double or Nothing. So with a total of 13 points and brand new Wrestle Art champion is yours truly, Liam Warren. How about that?
Yeah, congratulations. Now you will be defending that title for freaking Clash in Italy. So good luck.
Yeah, I might not even be. It might just last for 6 days and then I'm done. Do you know what I mean? Or it's on Sunday, isn't it? Clash in Italy.
I think it's
on the 31st, I believe, or maybe it's the 30th.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I think it is a Sunday. Let me fucking look.
Yeah. Toby did say Ethan probably interfered in the IC title match. Don't think he's done yet. I agree. But yes, so the last place for SNME and Double or Nothing predictions was Radio with 9 points. Second place was a tie of 12 points between Aled, Vega, Noble, Ross, and Peyton. And of course, 13, new wrestler champion, me. How about that? I'm the champ. I'm the champ again. Took me a long time to get it back, but I've got it back. But yeah, again, defending it this weekend at Clash in Italy. I might have it, just slip away from me. Again, it depends how things go. But again, I think Clash in Italy was a really predictable card anyway. So
yeah, the only thing I'm looking forward to most is how's the Italian crowd gonna sound like here? Like, we all know how international crowds go.
I think they're going to be incredible. Because if you look at last year on the road to WrestleMania, when they were doing, shows in European cities, Bologna was one of the really loud ones. So
yes,
I feel like Turin's going to be the same, hopefully. Again, most European crowds, I will back them up and say, I usually say we're like the best crowds in the world. And I think they're going to be.
No doubt. Like,
Toby says in chat, finally, a good champion. Good work, Liam. Thank you, Toby. I love you, bro.
Like, out of all the fucking spots in my bucket list I really want to go to, Italy is one of those fucking places, honestly.
I selfishly do want another WWE pay-per-view in England. Like, I really do. And just bring another one back to London, and I'll try and get there. Even though I'll probably have to break my bank account to do so.
Yeah. But
that's all right. We're all in this summer, so it doesn't matter. And I'd rather go to that anyway, because Wembley's awesome. So.
Yeah. I'm literally still fucking waiting until we get the announcement for WrestleMania in fucking UK at this point. When are we gonna get that?
Probably never. I mean, I'm probably gonna say that now because apparently, even though WWE and Sadiq Khan, who's the mayor of London, were in talks to bring it to London, it's going to cost them a lot of money to do that. I think so. I don't know, but we'll see. Maybe in the next 5 to 10 years, hopefully, but we'll see. But anyway,
yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us on another episode of the Wrestle Up podcast. Led was here earlier, so he won't see any messages if you say hi now. But from myself, Liam, Thomas Noble, Christian Vega, we hope you've enjoyed this episode. We hope you enjoy Saturday night's main event and Double or Nothing. We hope you enjoy wrestling this week. We hope you enjoy Clash in Italy this weekend. Whether or not we'll be live for that, I don't know. I guess we'll let you know in due time. I don't think it should be a problem because it's on really early unless all of our streamers will be at work. But yeah, again, thank you very much for joining us. Make sure you like, maybe even drop a comment after on this podcast about what you thought about Saturday night's main event and Double or Nothing. And we will see you all next week for another episode of the Wrestle Up podcast where we'll bring you the results to Clash in Italy. But from myself, Noble Vega, thank you very much for joining us. See you next week.
Bye-bye.